Alright, in this video tutorial, we are going to be looking at saving our slices out and setting up our project file. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is the third type of slice, which we actually haven't looked at. We created each of these slices manually with the manual slice tool. There is another way to do it in Photoshop, which may be more beneficial in a lot of instances and can save you some time. And I'm going to demonstrate this method on this little black box down here. So I'm going to get my move tool and select this layer and come down here, and this is the avatar layer. You can see it's just a simple black box. Photoshop has a way to where you can automatically select slices via layer bounds. So if you select a shape layer or any layer that has some transparency, any object inside of a layer, select that layer and come up to the layer menu. About halfway down, you'll see this option called New Layer Based Slice. And if I create this slice with a layer-based slice, it's a little subtle and I actually can't zoom in to show you, but the icon is slightly different. So you can see this icon kind of looks like some mountains up inside of here, and this one kind of looks maybe like a few pages are folded back. This tells me that this is a layer-based slice, while this is a user manual-based slice. And you can see the layer-based slice automatically creates the slice exactly around the layer bounds, and they're quite handy because you don't have to go in and manually fiddle around with those slices. So kind of a fancy way of creating these slices through layer-based slices. Now, one of the benefits of a layer-based slice is that if the layer for some reason changes shape or size, the slice will automatically update. So I'm just going to illustrate this. I'm going to grab onto this slice here inside of this layer. I'm going to switch to my direct selection tool, and I'm going to grab this anchor point on the bottom left. And whoops, looks like I selected them all. Let's just grab this bottom left one and pull that out and let go. And you can see that that slice automatically grew to accommodate the overall size of this object. And if I grab another point and pull that out, the slice will automatically grow. So that's kind of a handy feature of a layer-based slice, meaning that if the layer ever changes, the slice will automatically update. Okay, if I want to delete a slice, I just get my slice select tool, select the slice and press the delete key on the keyboard, and then I'll just delete that slice. And if you ever want to turn off your slices, one of the annoying things to me about Photoshop is once you click on the slice tool, all the slices pop up, and if I go over here to all these other tools, they don't go away. You have to go in to window, or sorry, not window, over to view, down to show, and turn off slices to get them to go away. Now they're still there. Photoshop slices are saved as part of the PSD file, so wherever your PSD goes, the Photoshop slice data will stay. You can just turn them on and off, just like you turn on and off guides and grids and things like that. So I can turn them back at any time, and there's my slices. If you go to the view menu and you go down to clear slices, this will actually delete all of the slices out of your Photoshop document. So you want to be careful and don't click clear slices unless you know exactly what you're doing. And then of course you can also lock your slices down to prevent them from being edited. So that's a few of the basics of the slice tool. And let's go ahead and look at one quick sample of using auto slices. So I'm going to delete these current slices that I created manually before. And you don't need to necessarily do this. I just want to demo this. So I'm going to delete this one, and I'll delete this one, and maybe we'll delete this one as well. So I'm going to recreate these slices all in one swoop with Photoshop's automatic slicing. So I'll come in here and snag my move tool. So I'll select, whoops, didn't get it. I'll select this layer here, and I'm going to hold down Shift and select the, whoops, I clicked on the wrong one. Make sure I'm back on the W. Oh, that is the W. So I need the W, and I also need the little pencil. So I'm going to grab those two, and the copyright. Actually, this won't work for both of these because this object is split up into two different layers. You can't create one slice from both layers. Photoshop will actually create a little slice around this one and a little slice around this one. So in order to do the auto slicing, all the object has to be inside of one group. So I could convert this to a smart object in order to do that, but I'll just demo it maybe with a couple of these other simple ones. So I'll come over to I'll just highlight the W to illustrate this, and I'll highlight this current projects as well. So we'll come over here, and there's the current projects file right there. So I have that highlighted and that highlighted, and then we'll lastly click on this one. I'm holding down Shift, and that one highlighted. So I have all three layers selected, and I can come up into the layer, and notice now it's plural. It says slices. So now when I select this, it'll automatically create slices around all of those active layers. So kind of a nifty little feature if you want to save yourself some time. I'm going to undo that and bring back in those original slices I had. So I'll undo that and bring back in my slices. Make sure they're still named and set up, and they are. Okay, so that's a quick video about the difference between the user slices and the automatic slices. And again, also we have the auto slices, which are the gray ones, which are everywhere.